What a week in the world of golf. From a truly heartwarming father-son moment in India to an all-time record getting absolutely shattered in Korea. Seriously, this was one of the most action-packed weeks of the entire year. We've got a lot to break down, so let's get into it.
And, we're not just talking about your average run-of-the-mill tournament wins here. These were the kinds of moments that can really define a player's career, and honestly, they're going to reshape how the rest of the season plays out. So let's dive right into the stories that had everyone talking.
Okay, so we're going to kick things off with the three biggest moments that really captured our attention. A huge win at a brand new event, a dominant return to the top, and a finish, well, it was a finish you just had to see to believe. All right, first stop, we're heading over to New Delhi for the very first India Championship on the DP World Tour. And what a success it was. It was all capped off by a win from the fan favorite himself, Tommy Fleetwood, who just played lights out, closing with a 65 to seal the deal.
But here's the thing. As awesome as his golf was, the win itself almost took a back seat. Because the moment that everyone is going to remember, the real image of the week, was seeing him celebrate with his son Frankie on that 18th green. Just a perfect end to an amazing tournament.
Meanwhile, let's jump over to the LPGA Tour in Korea, where Sei Young Kim didn't just win, she absolutely put on a clinic. It's been a little while, but she stormed back to grab her 13th career victory. But this one wasn't just a personal comeback story, it actually made some serious history for the entire tour.
And that brings us to this number right here, 27. Now that's not her score. It's not a ranking. It's a number that represents a brand new piece of LPGA Tour history. That's right, with her win, Sei Young Kim became the 27th different winner on the LPGA this season. That sets a new all-time record for the most unique winners in a single year. It's just an incredible stat that shows you the unbelievable depth of talent on that tour right now. So while the LPGA was setting records for how many people were winning, the PGA Tour Champions was delivering some pure edge-of-your-seat drama. Justin Leonard came down the stretch at the Dominion Energy Charity Classic needing to do something magical, and boy did he ever.
Check this out. This is how you slam the door. He makes a birdie on 16, a solid par on 17, and then steps up to the final hole needing an eagle to win the whole thing outright. And with all the pressure on, what does he do? He holes it, snatches the victory by one shot. That is one of the most clutch finishes you will see, period.
And incredible finishes like that were happening all over the planet. So let's zoom out a bit and do a quick rapid-fire roundup of all the other champions who were crowned this week. Man, playoffs were the theme of the week, huh? Dominic Foos wanted a playoff in Macau, and get this, he's the first German to win on the Asian Tour since 1996. Naoyuki Kataoka also won in a playoff to capture the huge Japan Open. Sebastian Garcia Rodriguez got it done on the Challenge Tour, while Warwick Purchase and Oliver Becker also got themselves into the winner's circle.
And hey, the pros weren't having all the fun. We have to go over to Scotland, to the home of golf itself, where we saw a truly stunning performance in a big-time college event on one of the most famous courses in the world.
So check this out. Constance Foyet, who plays for the University of California, went out and shot an unbelievable 9-under par 63 on the old course at St. Andrews. To put that in perspective, that round tied the women's course record. Just an absolutely historic round of golf. Wow. All right, so we've covered all the winners. Now, let's dig into what it all means. How do these results shake up the rankings, the prize money, and the whole landscape of professional golf?
So, the big question, right? Did all these incredible wins cause a major earthquake in the world rankings? Let's take a look.
Well, at the very top of the men's game, things are stable. Scottie Scheffler is still holding down that world #1 spot. The big mover, though, is going to be Sei Young Kim. Expect her to make a massive leap up the Rolex rankings from where she was. And for anyone wondering, the whole situation with LIV Golf and world ranking points, that's still status quo. No changes there. Money was also a huge story this week. With no PGA Tour or LIV event on the schedule, the SJM Macau Open really stepped into the spotlight. And when you put up a $1 million purse with $180 grand for the winner, yeah, that's going to attract a seriously talented field. It made for a really big week on the Asian Tour.
Whew, so after all that action, you might think things would slow down, but you'd be wrong. Let's look ahead at what's coming up, because we are entering a super important stretch of the season.
All right, here's what you need to keep on your radar. The PGA Tour is back in action in Utah. The PGA Tour Champions playoffs are continuing. And oh man, the race due Dubai on the DP World Tour is really starting to get tight. Plus, the LPGA is still on that crucial Asian swing. There is a ton of great golf to watch.
So it all kind of boils down to this one question, doesn't it? As these seasons start winding down and the playoff races get intense, we're getting to that point in the year where legacies are really made. So who's going to be the one to step up and make that final incredible push for glory? It is going to be a blast to watch.